about an event like this. You get to meet other women journalists. I don't know many women journalists in Nigeria. Most of the journalists I know are men. So this is a great opportunity to meet other women journalists who maybe do similar things to you. I think they're the best placed people to understand what it's like to work in the kind of environments that Anna and Nelly have described.
I was in London and I was on the tube, and it was the weekend of the Notting Hill Carnival, and there were loads of people about, and I suddenly found that I had a panic attack. And I realised then that I needed some help. And I went to see a therapist who dealt with journalists who'd been on the front line and the instance had happened to. And I had several sessions of treatment with this therapist where they basically, it's a really weird thing to describe, but they make you go through what happened again and again and again and again and again.
I think being a woman in journalism, listen, we get to travel. I have only been in Nigeria 18 months, but I've already visited, we've been everywhere from like Cross River, Adamawa, Bayelsa. I've gotten to see so many parts of the country that if I was just living here, I wouldn't have seen, because getting access is difficult or it's dangerous. So, that's a huge benefit of being a journalist in Nigeria.
It's about taking responsibility, and the editors that we work with, the media houses that you work with, should be taking a level of responsibility for you putting yourself out there. Because I'm a freelancer, I don't have a satellite phone, I don't have that luxury that a big news organisation might give you. But I always go out with a backup mobile phone, several different SIM cards on different networks.
It's really not about whether you're male or female. It's about how you practice excellence in what you do, what you're focused on, ensuring that you get trained, ensuring that you get the right kind of exposure and the right kind of mentoring. When you're able to do that, your work will stand out as a journalist, whether you're a man or a woman. So for me, it's always about how you present yourself, how you are able to deploy your talent.
A lot of Nigerian journalists, we can do this job for 10, 15 years and never go on a course, never refresh ourselves, never sort of catch up with the trend. So please really take any opportunity you can. All the opportunities available that are offered, meet with individuals like Simbo, talk to everybody you can as well.
I think it's basically about perception, the way journalism is being painted as a man's job, especially what we're talking about. That was why I had to be here today, because frontline journalism is not something that people really talk about. And when they talk about it, it is basically, I don't think it's even that, I don't think it's really a thing in Nigeria, so to say. So, but most times when you even see people trying to talk about the war zone and everything, it's mainly the men, because people don't believe women can do it. People don't think women can actually be on the front line.
What we do via Women Will is we aim to connect you with training, events, and community engagement. We feel that when women connect with each other, they're able to access each other's skills and they're able to find the opportunities that they need to grow. So our goal in particular is to ensure that many more women are digitally included.
Definitely, yes. In fact, I was listening, that idea of the training I think it's very crucial. I think it's very important, because you find out that like they said, a lot of stories are covered by the BBC or foreign correspondents, and Nigerian journalists aren't covering it. And that's because a lot of Nigerian publishers don't want to put their staff at risk. But then you can protect them, with the training, they know how to behave in such areas, and also with the insurance that gives them the confidence to do the job properly.
Nigerian Union of Journalists leadership is not doing enough. They should hold, how will I say it, the owners of these organizations, media organizations outfit, they should hold them responsible. Many of them are living very large lives. You understand, publishers. Many of them do what? Like I said, I don't want to mention the so-called thriving ones. They travel out a lot. Meanwhile, they are not paying their staff. I told you I've worked for 17 months as a journalist without salary. And if there's any breaking news and I miss it, it is what? A query.
I think there's a huge amount of talented female journalists here in Nigeria, and it really is about giving them the opportunity. And I think the big media houses need to recognise that and give them that support, which would allow them to go out and do the stories that they want to do. I think there needs to be more training given to female journalists in terms of safety and security. You know, a lot of these stories that women want to tell might involve going into what we term as hotspots. And I always say that no story is worth a life, and it absolutely isn't.